All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming to I think this is our fifth information session. Super excited to see you guys. This is the first step to your doctoral journey. My name is Antonio Corrales. I'm the director of the doctoral program in educational leadership at the University of Houston, Clear Lake, and I've been doing this for the past 8 years. I'm a former teacher, campus administrator, central office, I'm super excited to see you guys today and kind of tell you a little bit about the program, the ins and out, and the whole idea today is that you start feeling comfortable about the ins and outs of the program, and we can clarify any questions you may have in regard to it. With us today, we have Ann Sturton, who is my right hand on the admission department, and she's always available to answer any question. And I also have Dr. Michelle Peters, who is the department chair of our department and also the chair of the doctoral admission committee. So she likes Kit Kats and also uh, I've seen some candy too. Um, all right. So I'm super biased with the program because I went through the program and it opened a lot of doors for me. So it changed it changed my life completely. So I have to disclaim it that I'm super biased with the program. I'm an alumni, not only with my master, but also my doctorate. And so I love this university and I love everything that it had been in my life. But one of the reasons why I think our program is one of the best programs in the Houston metropolitan area it's because we work in cohort models. So you're gonna be once you get accepted in the program, you're gonna be placed in a cohort with the similar group of students who are in the same journey. And all research shows that cohorts tend to be more effective on helping you graduate and finish your program successfully because you can rely on that. So I call it love relationship. You love them at the beginning, you don't love them that much in the middle, but then you love them so much at the end. And those guys are your brothers and sisters forever that you can rely on network. You may be sitting down by the next superintendent or next president of a university where you're going to feel super comfortable about it. The other thing that I love about our program is that we have a hybrid model. So it's a combination of face to face and online um, pacing that allows you to, not only having to drive all the time to the university, but also allows you to network at the same time. We really believe that networking opportunity is essential for you guys to not only develop your careers and finish the program successfully, but also learn from each other. So I think that's a component that we're really adamant about it, and it has been really successful for us. The other thing that I love about our program is you can start the dissertation process from day one. Different with other programs that you have to wait until year two to start your dissertation process. Here you can hit the ground running. Um, that's what you're gonna see when we go into the details of the application. You're gonna see how um, we ask you in the letter of intent to come out with a general idea. What is it that you want to research in your dissertation program? In any doctoral program in the world, you have two things happening in parallel. You're taking classes, so you're going back to school, and those things are pretty much self-paced. You just come to class, et cetera, and do your assignments. You should be fine. And then you have the other process, which is the doctoral dissertation process. Well, we try to merge both processes as much as possible. So, but to do so, you have to arrive to the program with a general idea of what is it that you want to investigate. We don't ask you to come with a dissertation topic, but we ask you to come with an area that you want to investigate. So, for example, in my case, years ago, many years ago, when I decided to do my doctorate, at that point I was in central office, and I really wanted to make a difference in people's life. And at that point, we were coming out of a recession where there were a lot of bailouts from President Bush and then President Obama. And there was a big debate in America about if money does make a difference on student achievement. And that started bothering me because I felt like I've been my entire career in mostly economically disadvantaged schools. And I saw how additional resources made a difference on children's lives. So I was like, I have based on my experience, money does make a difference. The second aspect is in my former life, I used to be a civil engineer and had an MBA from Germany. And so I want throughout my educational career, I acquired a lot of experience in curriculum and instruction and obvious educational leadership. So I wanted to become a CFO in a school district because I was going to be a very attractive candidate with my experience in curriculum instruction and my knowledge on finance. So it was going to be like a unicorn. So I was going to push my career towards that. So in a nutshell, my general idea when I applied for the program was investigating the impact of school funding on student achievement. Well, that evolved into a dissertation topic called the impact of fluctuation of school funding on graduation rates of Hispanic students. But as you can see, I stayed in the same umbrella. So that allowed me to hit the ground running. When I was doing assignments for specific classes, I was starting to look for articles related to my area. And so I never really deviated much from that area. And I think that's exactly what I want for you. So you can finish the program at the right time. So this program is developed within 3 years. And if you follow my guides and my guidelines, there's no reason why you shouldn't be finished in 3 years. All right. Like I said, since we took over this program 8 years ago, 80% of the students find better jobs while in the programs. Um, Sorry, let me go backwards. 80% of the students find better jobs within the program. Um, we have over 90% of our students completing the program, publishing their dissertations. So we're really proud of the progress that we have had. And one of the things that we love about the program is that we don't want you to just graduate and put in your resume and then not do anything with your degree. We want you to lead. We want you to change society. So we're constantly exposing you I'm constantly hiring adjuncts who are current practitioners, superintendents, and presidents of universities, presidents of community college, so they can teach you with premier hand what is it that it means to be in those positions. Not only that, they help you network. So at the same time, you're going to be able to meet those people and potentially basically job interview for becoming one of those individuals. So that networking, you have no idea how many people constantly are asking us, hey, do you have a position? Do you have somebody for this particular position? Do you know somebody for this other position? So I'm constantly being asked, we're constantly being asked to provide names for positions. So that's one thing to network. The other thing is we care deeply about research. We really believe that although traditional PhDs are not really attractive anymore for more working professionals, our program is very strong in the research. I presented my dissertation in Harvard University, presenting my research in ARA conference, in the most prestigious educational research conference in the world with more than 25,000 attendance. And so we want the same stuff for you. And our faculty is always providing opportunities for you guys to expose your research, not only for networking opportunities, but also to further your dissertation and push your research. Remember, you're going to be married forever to your research. It's going to be part of your identity card. And we want you to expose it as much as possible because that's what's going to push you to the next level, right? Uh, we have several specializations that I'm gonna be talking to you a little bit about it in a few seconds. But remember, it doesn't matter what specialization you pick, your degree is gonna be doctoral degree in educational leadership. The specialization are basically classes that gonna help you, further your dissertation and also help you with your career. But it doesn't really make a change in the program and your degree. So I don't want you to stress out about the specialization because if you're not sure about it, we can still help you down the line, you know, picking up a specialization that can fit your needs in your career path. Okay. In regards to the application process, everything is online, as you can imagine. You need a resume, you need a master degree, and you need your transcripts. You don't need a GRE anymore or any writing assessment. So you're welcome, America. We solved that part. Um, uh, and in regards to transcripts, um, the most effective part the most effective way of doing this is requesting your or institution that you got degrees from to transfer the transcripts to us electronically. Now, they really like the university needs all your transcript for every institution that you attended prior to where you are right now. So if you get an associate degree from a community college and that when you went to a university and then you did your master in another university, they need all of that. And it's not them, it's the higher coordinating board who requires all those things. The only exception, if you got a degree in the University of Houston Clear Lake specifically, then you should be fine. But other than that, you're gonna need to share those transcripts. And Anne, I know you're here. Any input in regards to the transcripts or anything like that? I know some people sometimes ask if they can submit those in paper, but I don't know what input do you have for them on that?
Yeah, for sure. It's better if you can submit them electronically. But you can also, this is new, you can also upload them unofficially. So you can upload unofficial copies to your application file. We can make a decision based on that, but eventually we will need the officials anyway. If you're accepted and if you start the program, you'll be able to register that first semester, but you won't be able to register thereafter until we have the officials. So if you can go ahead and get the officials to us, that's the best idea.
Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so and then you have to submit a letter of intent, which is like your think about like your presentation card to the doctoral admission committee. Okay, I highly recommend you to make somebody reprove it before you submit because that's an important document. And basically, you need to address these five aspects in the letter. You don't have to have a whole paragraph per aspect, but you need to cover it in there. So, for example, uh, what's your reason why? So we want people, guys. We're not a number program. We really are don't care if we have 40 students, we have 30 students. Although, by the way, we have broken records every application time. I think we have become one of the most diverse and multicultural programs in the state. But we're really looking for individuals who have a why. Why do you want to pursue a doctoral besides making more money? Okay, and besides following your career, what's your reason why? What motivation? What makes you wake up in the morning and tackle your work? So that's one. The second one is your basically your career goals. What are you pursuing with that? You know, where are you gonna go with that? What is your potential research interest? That's what I told you about coming out with a general area that you want to investigate. Uh, you necessarily have to have an extreme passion about it, but you have to have certain level of passion. Okay. Um, I always say that passion about the dissertation topic is overrated because you have to have passion, but you also have to finish. So it's not like, and by the way, at the end of the dissertation, you're probably gonna be sick of it because you have been doing it for 3 years. So at the end of the day, you need an area that you can collect data, and you feel certain level of passion to talk about it and make a difference. All right. Uh, what are any scholarity or professional accomplishments that you may have or that you want to pursue? And then how your prior work may help you with the pursuit of your doctoral degree. So those five areas, in your own words, just others into the doctoral committee. Okay. Then you're gonna need three reference. Again, all this is online, guys. You need three reference. Being the most important one, your direct supervisor. They want to make sure that you have that basic support. That you're going to be attending class. Obviously, all your classes are after your work, but you're going to have that basic support, and you're going to have. Uh, We want to make sure that that person understands that you're collecting data. I use it as a bragging tool to say, "Hey, I'm coming. All right, I'm arriving. I'm doing my doctorate. People get ready. All right." And then the other two reference forms. I think one of them says a former college professor. If you say, well, all my college professors are dead, God bless them, hopefully not. You can say, well, just look for a reference from a colleague or somebody who can testify about your character or whatever. Okay. Um, let's see. If you have an international degree or anything like that, Anne Storton can give you guidance on who to connect with. I'm gonna send you this PowerPoint after like a follow up, and I'm gonna also send you this recording so you can revisit whatever thing I said. I know my accent could be distracting, so that way you can like do it in slow motion or whatever you want. Um, and then you have some emails here that you can again, you're not alone in this application process, guy. Anything that if you don't think about a question today or you think about a question tomorrow, whatever, you can always email us, and we'll give you whatever help. The application deadline is June 1st, 2025. However, I highly recommend you not to wait until that day, because we take people in order of application, and whenever we feel that we have enough, we have enough. So once you submit your application and all your paperwork has been submitted, meaning your transcripts and everything, it's going to be sent to the doctoral admission committee. And then the doctoral admission committee will make a decision. I'm not part of the doctoral admission committee because, according to them, I'm biased and I want everybody in. So they left the Latino out. But that's okay. Uh, Se habla español. And they are but these guys are very friendly. Like I said, Peters is the head of the admission committee, and believe it or not, she's super cool, and so she's pretty reasonable. So so once they admit you to the program, then during the summer you're going to be assigned to a cohort. um, we're accepting people to in two different cohorts, two different locations. Uh, Pureland, okay, campus in Pureland, and a campus here in Clear Lake, and and so for the most part, we try to please people's requests. We just need to balance both cohorts, right? Uh, and this is kind of how your life is going to look like starting fall 2025. So basically, you're going to be taking two classes per semester. Um, I'm gonna be your one of your first professors, and basically you're gonna be assigned to a cohort on Tuesday or a cohort on Wednesday. So we're depending of where, and then basically classes are gonna be from 4 to 9:50 every other week. 4 p.m. to 9:50. Obviously, you can say, "Well, I'm working. I can, I don't know if I can make it that time." Whatever. Professors are pretty flexible. Everybody in our program work. When I did my program, not only I was working full time in central office, I was coaching my kid. I couldn't coach my daughter because she was doing cheerleading, so I didn't know too much about cheerleading. But I was coaching my boy on every sport that you can imagine, and I was also adjunting, so I was able to pull it off. And so I know you can pull it off. Uh, but basically, it's every other week. If you're assigned to a Tuesday cohort, you go Tuesday every other Tuesday. If you're assigned to a Wednesday cohort, every other Wednesday, and then you may have to attend another additional day for fourth semester when you're taking a specialization classes. Um, that usually specialization classes are either on Mondays or Thursdays, depending of the specialization. The reason why we cannot do everything in one day because we cannot keep you until midnight. So we cannot keep you from 4 to midnight. So we have to add another day in there for that's for 4 semesters only when you're taking the specialization classes. Okay. During the summer, you do have classes, but because we want you to have a little bit of life, we put in the classes during June. So it's similar model. You don't meet all the time. Classes are from Tuesday to Thursday. We know people work only 4 days a week during that time for the most part. So usually classes are start around 5 p.m. and you don't meet every day too. But the good thing is in during June you're able to take two classes, right? And then after the end of the second year, you're gonna take here what is called the comprehension exam, the comps. All right. But don't stress about it. Since I took over, everybody has passed the comps. So hopefully you won't break my heart. But basically, you're gonna learn how to. You basically have two components. You have the leadership component, and you have the research component. But don't stress about it because since the beginning of the program, we're training you for that test. So once you pass that test, which is basically, you take the test in one day, and like I said, everybody has passed it since I took over. Once you pass that test, you can formally defend your dissertation. And you have two defenses. You have the proposal defense, you have the final defense. If you see, the last 2 semesters are dissertation hours. So if you follow my guidelines, there's no reason why you shouldn't be finished in 3 years. Okay. So that's kind of the degree plan. And this is the different specializations that we have. Okay, so we have obviously superintendent. The most popular are superintendent and higher ed, right? If you are a principal or a central office person or assistant principal and you already have your principal certification, I always recommend you to go to superintendent because street is still pretty streamlined and pretty straightforward from the state, and it's never going to hurt you having that superintendent certificate. A lot of districts now are asking for deputy supes position to for you to have the superintendent certificate. So I highly recommend you don't have it to go for it. If you already have your superintendent certificate, then we can have a conversation. You have others, okay? If you are in higher education and you want to become an administrator, a president, or whatever, higher education is the route. Okay, that's what you go for, and that's what you pursue. Special populations, curriculum instruction, research and design, reading. We have principal certification. Obviously, principal certification you need only 4 classes to graduate, but you need 2 more to get your principalship. So that's something that is there. And superintendent, you need 1 more with practicum. But that superintendent practicum, I don't even consider it a class. It's more like a checklist where basically you have supervisors going to check you in your work, making sure that you're exposed to superintendentship activities. So anyway, that's those are that. Then you have the instructional technology too. This is another specialization that we have. So anyway, we have several specializations for you, but remember, regardless of the specialization, which is only 4 classes, your degree is in doctoral degree in educational leadership. These specialization classes are to add up to your research and to add up to your knowledge in regard to a specific area that you're trying to pursue. Um, so in conclusion, regardless of the program that you pick, make sure that you pick the right program for you. We get a lot of transfer requests all the time from people in other programs because they haven't been able to finish the dissertation, or they're trying to get to another program. The problem is that the doctoral program is like a marriage. Once you get there, it's hard to break it, and you have invested a lot of money in it. So I highly recommend you to consider well and analyze. There's a lot of programs that offer you this and that, whatever. Just make sure that it's the right fit for you, and that you're gonna be able to finish the dissertation. At the end of the day, it's an investment for you, and transferring from one program to another is very hard because we can only accept certain number of classes. It means there's no like you have a you have an unlimited amount of classes. You can only set a certain number of classes. You're gonna lose money if you're gonna transfer from one program to another. So that said, that's all I have for you. Now I'm gonna open up for questions. I know I gave you a lot of information in few time, but we're here to kind of answer anything that you may have, or anything that uh, any doubt, any question, whatever you may have in regards to the program. And like I said, I'm gonna send you the whole thing, the video again, and I'm gonna send you the PowerPoint and like a follow-up email with that. Um, so you can, if you want to review it again, you have that opportunity.
I have a question
Go ahead, my friend.
or just clarification.
100%.
You said every other week, 4 to 9:50 p.m.
Right.
So is there any other way that y'all might be accessible to us if we live further away
Um,
from your
like,
campus?
like
Like
that's those are
virtually or
we don't have a fully virtual program.
okay.
Yeah, but we have. I mean, where do you live? Where do you work? I'm just
I
curious.
work in Galena Park ISD.
Yeah, we have a lot of people from Galena. We
Yeah?
had a lot of people from Katy. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
In Galena, actually, I have 2 principals. I used to have Veronica Garza, who's now a principal in Sheldon, and I have Jeannie Martinez, who is still there. I have also Victoria Garcia from Galena, who's a principal there. So yeah, I have a lot of people from Galena. Honestly, no, it's not that far away from Pearland campus, like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah.
So you would say
So
this one is closer to Pearland than Clear Lake?
I think so. I'm
Okay,
horrible with GPS and distances. You're asking the wrong person because I will need a
I'll
map to get
Google
out of the
it.
campus. Yeah, yeah. But I think so. I mean, the Pearland campus is like close to 288 and Bellwood 8. So it should be closer if you take Bellwood 8 coming from Galena. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think the Pearland, you're saying the Pearland campus, that one might be closer for her than the
Right.
Clear Lake because
Right.
it's off of the Beltway and it's kind of Galena Park is kind of coming from Pasadena almost a little
Right.
bit, I think. I
Yeah.
have a question.
100%. Go ahead.
It scares me that, we're in February and y'all started in September. So I feel like a lot of people have a head start than us. How does that work? Because I know the deadline is June and we're
Yeah.
just finding out about it.
Yeah.
So you know, will
Yeah.
that
Yeah. No, no, no. That's a good question. No, honey, we have had people applying even in May. So it's not late at all. Like I said, you don't have to take a test like before. It's not like you have to schedule it before. It used to be a little more complicated. You have to schedule it. So no, you have plenty of time. We don't start in September. We start in August. But we start like mid-August. I would say 20 something of August. So yeah, you still have plenty of time until June 1st. Uh, Again, is to apply. Okay, if you still have some paper, usually we do some exceptions. If we still have some paperwork that you haven't submitted, but you start the application, we'll give you probably some extra time in there. But you have plenty of time from now to June 1st to complete all the requirements. The requirements are pretty fairly easy. The letter of intent, uh, your transcript, you can do that in really in an hour, and then the what else you need? Your
three
transcript.
references, the three
Yeah,
reference?
the three references that may take you a couple of weeks, but if you
Mhm.
start now, but it shouldn't. Like I said, it's pretty. It should be pretty straightforward. Last year we have over 50 applicants, and we ended up
Oh,
with
okay.
40. Every year we have 40 new children.
Because it's 40 slots only, because it's only 20 each cohort, each
Max,
campus.
max, yeah, max. But we what we did last year because we had so many, we divided in three cohorts. But I don't think
Okay.
that I think this year we're only gonna go with two cohorts. So, but you still have plenty of time. Just don't
Okay.
let it for the last minute. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, yes. Okay. I would like to know what would cause like people to be denied. Like I know that what's the approval rate or
Honestly, what do you do? What is
I
your what?
actually work at Houston Community College, so I know you
Okay.
have plenty of people that's came out of Houston
Yes.
Community.
Yeah.
I've been like interviewing some of my coworkers and trying to
Yeah.
find the
I
right.
have I have Houston Community College. I have the one and only Alberto.
Yes, he was my supervisor. Yes,
Yeah,
so
yeah. You better don't
he's
mess with
definitely going
Alberto.
to be
That's my
one of
boy right
my
there.
references. Yes,
Yeah.
he's helped me in a lot in my leadership roles and
Yeah.
things. So I
He's
definitely
gotten a little snobbish lately because he had a
no
promotion, and now and
way.
now he feels like he's the VP of the world.
I know
Just kidding.
I'm
I
super
love the
proud
guy.
of
I
him,
love
but
the
I
guy.
know he's not.
No, no, I love my boy. No, no, it's honestly, we only deny for the most part. I'm not saying all the time, but for the most part, we will deny people who don't have the requirements. Like say, for
Okay.
example, like you come from an international. I had international degrees, but like you have your international degree, but you didn't follow the international path. There's nothing we can do. Or you don't have your degree available or stuff like that. Or for example, you're an art teacher, for example, and it really don't fit the educational leadership pathway. We don't want to steal your money. We want you to, we want to accept people who are, and you can be in the classroom. Don't get me wrong. We had a lot of people who are still in the classroom, but they have that inclination of going to educational leadership. So we, what we look mostly is people who are a good fit,
Okay.
and so we don't really deny people like that for now. Before it used to be a little harder when they used to have like the GRE test
Yes.
mandate,
It's tough.
because they didn't have like the specific scoring, but honestly, it had become pretty mainstream. So you should be
Okay.
fine. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome. Another thing I wanted to know was I lost my train of thought. Uh, I I'll think about it. But as
Yeah.
far as picking, if you are accepted or when you're accepted,
Hmm.
at that time do you get to say, "Hey, I live closer," like the young lady was stating, she lives
Yeah.
like in she works in Galena Park. So,
Right.
do y'all give people a choice, or is it kind of like,
Yeah,
oh,
no. We try to for the most part we try to accommodate people's requests. And when you're applying electronically, you can put your preference in there. So we're pretty reasonable. We had never had any issue with anybody like that. You know, uh, we pretty much in that regards, like that's the lead. To be honest, that's the last of our
right. Getting
problems. That's
accepted
not.
is my first scare, and I want to get accepted first.
Yeah.
Another thing, I might have missed this because I came a little late because I didn't have my
Sure.
link at first.
Sure.
So is there a certain day? Is it a Wednesday or Thursday? I might have missed that, so
Oh,
apologies.
yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I want to send you this video again so you can rewatch it. But basically, you're assigned to a Tuesday or a Wednesday,
Okay,
and
just
so depending of the location, yeah. So it's basically that kind of basically the modality, Tuesday or Wednesday, and yeah, yes, ma'am.
and and what cohort will we be? I'm speaking into existence. Like what cohort are
Oh,
y'all?
I like that. I like the manifestation. I'm so into that. You have no idea.
Yes.
In the Bible too, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know the number right now. I think you will
Okay.
be. You're putting this spot. No, but I'm gonna answer you because if you ask, I feel like I need to answer. Hold on, let me.
Because I
Are you
know as I've been
asking?
researching.
Are you asking about Pearland or
Yeah, she
Clear?
asking. She asking about like the cohort number. So I'm
Okay,
gonna try to.
Pearland is going to be cohort 12,
12. Okay.
and then
That's
Clear Lake
right.
is like 19 or
19.
20.
Okay. But then
12 and
once we
19.
graduate, the graduation, or do we ever come across and come together, the two
You're gonna
cohorts?
you're gonna go across. You're gonna say, yo, cohort 12, let's go, baby. That's what you're gonna say, and you're gonna have a teacher say cohort 12, and it's gonna
Yes,
be like that.
absolutely.
So, yeah, no, usually, you know, graduation is a pretty emotional act for doctors because remember when you get into a doctor, it's like I don't want to exaggerate here, but that's how I felt, and I really feel that way. It's like you get into the Hall of Fame of education because you get to the top degree. There's not much higher after that,
Yes,
and so when you do this stuff, depend your chair is gonna hold you, and it's gonna basically welcome you to the academia work and world, and so it's kind of an uh,
hmm
emotional act in there. So I think you're gonna enjoy that. But then you have a lot of. We also do like a special event for doctoral students right before graduation, like I'll say like a couple of weeks before, where your family members are invited and people cry, and I give you that speech. So I remember when I was recruiting you, stuff like that, and think yeah, it's a pretty cool journey. To be honest, it's gonna go faster than you think,
hmm
and and then you're gonna feel like, what do I do next? And well, what you do next, you're gonna teach for me because I'm gonna hire you to be my agent. That's what's gonna happen. And then you're gonna start doing projects. You're gonna become a big ticket in your district or your community college, and that's what's life's gonna happen. And then you're gonna continue being in the family forever. Hawks for life, baby.
absolutely. I do want to say this, Antonia. I have been
Yes.
on your I want to give you praise because I've been on your email list for
I,
like the
I thought
last
you were gonna give me
3.
other stuff. I thought you were gonna give me other stuff, but I was gonna bring
Same
my
here.
secretary.
Social
I was
media
on
and
the
email.
I was on the email, so that's what really like I almost feel like loyal to you because I've been on your email thread for like 2, 3 years, and I finally just said, you know what, this is the time. So you do a great job on your emails and stuff
I
because that's
appreciate
how
you.
I feel like that's my number one choice because I'm like I've been following this,
I appreciate
email
you.
and Doctor. So thank you for that, though. I
Well, I
can say
appreciate.
that
Yeah, honestly,
I would
honestly,
always get the.
none of the stuff I've been able to accomplish the program. I've been by myself. Dr. Peters has been incredibly instrumental in making everything happen because it's a teamwork, right? And the faculty is here. But yeah, the emails, I think, honestly, it's more like a hobby to me. I discover and I'm very blessed that I'm constantly helping people around the nation and going to different organizations and stuff like that. But honestly, it's my passion to help people developing their full potential. That's what I love doing. And I think I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of my life. And so I can talk to you for hours on that. And but that's true. I appreciate you being connected with me some way somehow, and the loyalty is mutual, by the way. Like anything that you guys need, and you can ask about me. You can ask about the crazy Latino to any current student, former student. How once you're part of my family, I'm always going to do everything that I can to help you getting better jobs. And we just recently got Rachel Alex, Dr. Rachel Alex from she's in Cleveland. She became the superintendent there, and it's so funny because I remember when she and I are good friends, and she's also friends with Michelle. And I remember when she came here years ago, she was working in Region Four. I mean, it's not like she was lost career wise because she have always been really optimistic, but she went from principal to Region Four. You almost felt like she was almost in retiring mode, and I think the doctoral program helped her find her passion again. And you can see how she then moved to central office in Cleveland, and then now she's the superintendent, and she's younger than ever spiritually. And I think the the program did for her what it did for me, which is revitalizing my willingness to conquer the world. And that's what we want to do with you guys. And so I don't hear any amens, but I feel like you're saying amen. So anyway,
I'm over
so,
here talking about
Yes, yes, yes.
so anyway, no, I'm so excited for you guys, and like I said, we're a family. We're here to help you whenever we can, and it's a journey. Now I'm surprised you guys haven't asked about the Jerry Maguire question. I'm not going to answer if you don't ask it, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
What's the question?
Jerry Maguire, you didn't see that movie?
Oh, I seen it so long ago. I don't even remember. Oh,
So
where's
you
the
don't
money? The
you don't,
money. The money. Show me the
right?
money.
You got sure got it. Hmm. So the whole program is around $36,000, and we're talking about $1,600 per class. So usually, typically, you take two classes per semester, more or less. So that's what you have per semester. Most people here do either financial aid, and I can guarantee you, with your first promotion, you're gonna be able to pay for that puppy. Uh, and so that's what I did with myself when I took financial aid because I had two kids, and I was trying to go through life with my ups, whatever, and I paid it off. Actually, I got better job when I was in the program. Dr. Peters doesn't like that because she's like, no, I want you to graduate first. But hey, the opportunity is knock. And I'm telling you, 80% of our students find better jobs in the program. And I think I'm proud of that stuff because I really believe that you should use the program as a trampoline to move your career forward, right? And it's gonna depend on you how much you can handle. Right? Some people cannot handle both things at the same time, having a new job and finishing the program. Some others can. It's gonna depend on your lifestyle. If you're a social bee, in the weekends you're super busy with stuff. You're gonna have to make some adjustment. My life is pretty boring. So my life used to continue boring. Like I work out, I work, and family. So to me, it wasn't a big adjustment. For some others, depending on your lifestyle, it's gonna be a little different. But I can tell you that 3 years gonna fly like that, and I have not met anybody who regret. We have one of the highest levels of satisfaction in the program. We do an anonymous survey at the end of the program, and over 95% of the students are highly satisfied with the program. Um, I haven't found anybody who is like, wow, I wish I would have never gone to that program. I wish everybody overwhelmingly is happy and excited about their life afterwards. Honestly, that was my case. When I was gonna do it, I felt like I was stuck. I felt that I wasn't growing. I felt that I was, and after that, I felt like after I finished my program, within the program, I kind of like a new light start up in me. So anyway.
Yes, I've been researching, and some people have paid up to 60,000 for
Oh
their
wow.
doctorate degrees. So
Well, so
yes,
Michelle,
it's a
you heard that? We're undercharging. We need to step up, man. What are you
process.
doing?
No, I
Come
didn't say that,
on,
Dr.
bro.
Peters. Don't listen to him.
Come
So
on, bro.
this is just a fun fact question.
Yeah.
So how many U of H, like I know there's like the U of H Central, U of H Downtown. How many of the U of H branch families actually offer doctorate degrees in education? Do y'all get that question a lot?
No, we don't because we're like cousins, but we don't like each other too much. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
is
we
that
like
how
we
it
do.
Actually,
goes?
That,
Okay.
I
I
think it's
didn't
just
know.
us in
Okay.
that's
UHC.
not true. No, no. Hey, off the record,
Now
I
they,
love all my USA U of H family because we're under the same
yeah,
umbrella. But honestly, nobody can compete with us. I mean, like
at
the
UH
competition
Maine
Okay,
is
has
over.
good.
several programs.
Huh? What do you say, Michelle?
Okay. So
UH
U of H
Maine has
Central.
executive leadership and curriculum instruction.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
And then outside,
I don't know exactly which one, but they have different offers and their
Yeah.
stuff. I
so
just
it's
don't know.
just y'all two pretty much in the U of H family. It's just U of H Clear Lake and then U of H Maine that has the degrees for education.
The educational leadership, yeah,
Okay,
and like I
perfect.
said,
Okay.
we don't I don't mess with them too much because they're like the older brother, so I tried or sister, and so I try to keep my distance respectfully. But the competition is over. It was over like 6 years ago. Like it was a beat down, not even close. I love them though, great people.
That's really great to know. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But like I said, anything that you guys need, we're here. And I'll send you a follow-up email. You guys, if you're serious about this, I invite you to be proactive, you start applying, start your whole process. And looking forward to see you guys soon within your journey, hopefully in August 2025.
Yes, I looked at the referrals and they are a little intimidating. The
The
referrals,
refer-
they're a
eh,
little
oh, you mean like the form?
references. The references, yes.
No, no, no.
They can
Alberto's gonna give you one. So there you go, you
oh
have
yes,
it.
yes,
So
yes.
what
Yes
else you want? A
indeed.
cookie? You have Alberto, and then you can ask for
Well,
a
I'm
colleague.
scared to know what my supervisor is gonna say.
Oh, well, what can you?
I'm
No,
teasing, I'm
I make
teasing.
Alberto talk to your supervisor. Don't worry about it.
Please do. No, I'm
Okay.
teasing. But yes, I mean the part where y'all say that this is we really are holding you accountable for like the educational community. And I was like, one person was like, I don't want to do your reference. Get somebody that has a doctorate to do it. And
That's
I was
funny.
like, oh my
No, it's not.
goodness.
It's not. I promise you, it's not that deep. Anybody who can do that for you, you find, we just need to know. The committee needs to know that, you are who you say you are, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not that deep. I promise.
Okay, that's relieving because it kind of
Yeah.
scared me when my coworker turned me down. I was like, wow.
But
So,
you see what happened?
but
That's the enemy attacking you. You see, that's the enemy putting barriers to you so you can make with your head. You cannot let that happen.
yes, yes.
That way,
Thank you.
that's
Yes.
the battle has started.
Yes, indeed.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good
Absolutely. You guys
evening.
take
Yes,
care.
thank
Be
y'all.
good.
Y'all are amazing.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Daniel.
yeah, I'm sorry. I just had one question. I may be
Absolutely,
kind of
Daniel.
rhetorical. One of my former teachers, he's starting the program, Victor Fulton, and he like raved about the program. I've kind of been in
Victor's
contact.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
guy. He's a
and
good
Yeah.
guy.
like he's been very
Mm.
important piece of my life because I never thought about going into administration. He pushed me to do that, pushed to get my master's, etc. But he raved about this program, but he also mentioned Lamar because I'm from Beaumont. There's a great possibility I'll be moving to the Clear Lake area due to ministry. We're starting a church in Texas City, and so
Right.
this just seemed like a prime opportunity for me to be able to pursue my doctoral. But I'm
Right.
just curious of why isn't it completely online? Because there's a lot of programs that are 100% online. So I'm just curious of
Yeah.
why.
So first of all, I'm never gonna speak bad about any university. I think every university do their best to do a good job. I have a lot of friends in Lamar, so I respect all the programs. Our program truly believe philosophically that the face-to-face component is key for your success, career-wise, and professionally. So it's a philosophical difference. We don't believe in fully online program. We believe the hybrid. So it's a mix. So that to be honest, I think it had to do with philosophy. And the other thing that I can tell you is that we have the last year has been winning formula. So we don't want to mess with a winning formula if it's working. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that we have had the need to explore other venues because this is working. We get a lot of our students are superintendents, are principals, administrators in higher ed, and we constantly hiring students. Like I say that probably 60 or 70, actually 80% of our current adjunct professors are former students. So it's a very successful formula that we haven't had the need to touch. So I think that in a nutshell is the explication why we haven't pursued a fully online program, to be honest with you.
Okay. And one question, and we may not be able to answer. I asked Mr.
Sure,
Fortune
sure,
as
sure.
well. AI. I know one of the components is design. So I don't know, has the program looked into AI when it comes to designing curriculum or even on the operation side, possibly with the day-to-day, procedures on the campus? Is
That, that's
that
a that's a fantastic point, man. We're in that process of integrating AI into more of the things that we do, obviously in the right way. So meaning AI, take it here. AI in a way that AI. Hold on, what is it? Hold on. AI in a way that is immersed in the way to do business, not to substitute your writing skills. Meaning we're starting to embrace. I'm a big proponent of AI, but we're starting to embrace AI as a tool to elevate your thinking process and bring your career to the next level. And so, like any other university and like any other institution, we're in that process of embedding AI into our system. Like I said, we have a specialization in instructional technology that I'm sure is tackling that topic in that area with more strength. But I think in your particular case, you look into administration and you already have your principal certification. I will be more encouraging for you to pursue your superintendentship instead of that, and maybe in your superintendentship and your research, you can try to explore that because that's an interesting research topic and, to be honest, very very current. So that will be something that you can keep in mind in there. But yeah, man, it's like anything else. AI scares a lot of people in education. It doesn't scare me. I use it in my private practice, and I use it and I encourage my students to use AI a lot for a lot of things. Never writing though. You need to learn the fundamental of writing because it's like I tell students all the time. It's like if you don't train, if you don't work out, and you register for the New York Marathon, okay, you say okay, I registered for New York Marathon, I made it, I'm a big ticket, but then you cannot even finish the stuff because they're gonna shut the race in 5 hours and you're like halfway there. You're gonna look ridiculous. So you need to learn. You need to go through the process. How do I work out for a marathon? I need to do lunges. I need to work I need to work out, and then I need to also run. So it's the same thing, the same premise extrapolated to the doctoral program. You need to learn how to write. You need to learn the fundamental of research. You need to. So once you master that, which is our goal in the program, you can start incorporating AI in a lot of the things that we do. So yeah, we're big believers, man. But like anything else, we're still learning from it, and we're still incorporating in the different areas of our curriculum. That makes sense.
yes,
But I
sir.
do think
Yes.
it's important to point out that we do not allow you to use it in your coursework. So I think bringing in new
Right.
students, that was something that we did have to tackle last fall, with students coming
Right.
to this idea thinking that it will write my paper or it's going to write my research or my lit review. And we're still like, no, it still has to be all you. And they're going to put it through AI filters. If they find out you've used AI, you're either going to be redoing it or they're going to give you a 0 on the assignment. So in academia, they're not embracing it in terms of the assignments, right? I know a lot of people in their workplace are using it, but not in academia. We haven't gone there yet. So
Yeah.
we're still embracing that traditional sense of you need to do
Yeah.
your own.
And you see a lot of in our university, and a lot of universities. By the way, this is nationwide. This is worldwide. Universities are still cracking the code of how to integrate AI in a way that avoids cheating, but at the same time elevate the level of thinking. Because I can tell you, my personal work and my private work, helping school districts around the nation, I have elevated my productivity in 30 to 40% by using AI. Like no question. And I'm
And
smarter.
see, that's I guess where my question lies. Just being able to make the day to day procedures a little more easy. So like, there's a lot of different forms, a lot of different documentation that take place on a day to day basis. So I didn't know if if doctoral programs had explored into that. Being able to
Yeah.
document, making things much easier.
Yeah, I
Just out
think
of curiosity.
yeah. Now I think there's lower, and not only doctoral programs, academia in general. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Universities are scared to death because you have a lot of old school people still there in higher ed, and so not everybody's crazy like me or Dr. Peters who are like embracers of new technology. So that transition is still going on, but I don't I don't disregard, and this is happening in Harvard, this is happening in every university, but I don't disregard that sooner or later you're gonna have more and more embracement of, okay, how do we continue incorporating AI to the next level? Because it's like anything else. It's like when internet came out, right? Because people were scared to death, and hey, people are gonna be cheating, copy and pasting, but no, not really. Internet became another source of information, like anything else, right? And then, oh, the digital books are out. Oh my God, it's the end of the world for no. It's just another form of reading that help you elevate your level of thinking. So I think we're pretty progressive as a program, and we're constantly embracing things. I think the entire academia in the world has not catch up yet on AI in terms of assignments and stuff like that. But they're gonna have to soon do it. So you know,
Right. And
yeah.
that's one of the things that catches my attention with starting the program now, just trying to be a little more ahead of the curve, so to speak. And then also, I guess for me, my ultimate goal per se is to be able to start a charter school. So even with the
Hundred
superintendent,
percent.
yeah. So just looking to be able to get, I guess, some more guidance even with that, because
Oh no, no, yeah. So for example, we had last week we had a I'm sad that you didn't go, but I can send you the video if you email me. Ted Fujimoto, one of the pioneers, multimillionaire guy who advised multimillion-dollar corporations. He's one of the pioneers helping charter schools in America. And we just had Michelle. What's her name? That she just texted us that she wanted to teach for us. That she's a honor and superintendent in a charter school. Julie, is it Julianne? Um,
Julia, right,
You're right. Yeah. So
right.
yeah. So we're totally pro charters and open minded. We're pro public schools. We're trying to help anybody who wants to make a difference in education. So if that's your journey, I have published several articles, some of them with Dr. Peterson on charter schools. So yeah, and I think that's an area that we can definitely help you for sure.
yes, sir. And I'm not sure what emails they were referring to, but I guess I felt a little jealous because I don't think I've been getting
Get out of here,
those
man. Let me put
those
it in
same
the chat. Are
those
you for
same
real?
emails.
Are you for
It's
real, man?
exciting.
Well, they rave so much about it and clapping hands and
Well, I think they
yeah.
like my accent, man. But hey, you can just Google me, Antonio Corrales. I'm putting my email here, and if you email me back, I'll email you back.
Okay.
And this is and like I said, I'm in Lincoln. I'm in TikTok. Sadly, my TikTok got disconnected with this new craziness. I used to love TikTok because that's where I used to do my videos. So but I'm in Lincoln, I'm in YouTube, I'm in Instagram. Uh, so you can, and I'm in email. So if you email me, I'll email you back, man. And we'll definitely stay connected.
Yes, yes, sir. Most definitely.
All right,
All
my
right,
brother,
y'all.
be good.